Hey, hello everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Alina. I represent Adelaide Solutions today, and we will discuss studying process in Austria, admissions process, everything that you can face while you are thinking about studying in Austria. And today with us is our partner, Jana. She will represent this country. She will tell you a lot of useful information about the admissions process and everything connected to it. So I give a word to her. Uh,
Yeah, hello. Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm really glad to see you and to be invited here. And I will do my best today to give you all the useful information that will motivate you to start your studies in Austria.
that's great because it's a wonderful country. And the first question that I think every person who comes at first to thought, where should I study? And then faces Austria, reads a lot about it. So the first question is, why should a student choose Austria to study in? Why this is a really good place to study? So let's start with that.
Well, the first thing worth mentioning is that Vienna holds the first place in the international ranking of cities with the highest quality of life since 2019. And there are some reasons for that. Not only the capital of Austria, but general the country has a very highly developed social system. Authorities take care of the citizens, not only of the citizens, they take care of immigrants as well who live here. Austria has also very clean streets, not only in the cities, but also in small villages. And people here mostly respect the law and follow the rules. That is why the level of safety in the country is really high. By the way, Austria has a very beautiful architecture and a very rich social and cultural life, so you will always have something to see and to enjoy. Moreover, the country is very multicultural, so you will be always able to find the company for you.
That's great. And regarding that, I also have a question about the studying system in Austria. Are there different types of universities that you can apply to? And what are the most important details that you need to know before applying to Austria?
Well, the first thing is that the education system in Austria is really focused on self-discipline. You have to be prepared for that. You really have to understand the importance of your education and the necessity of it, because in Austria, no one will force you or motivate you to study. You will be responsible for creating your own schedule at the university and deciding when to take the exams and even by which professor. To explain it more clearly, let me tell you something about three types of universities in Austria. There are public, applied, and private universities. At public universities, such as, for example, the University of Vienna, you receive your student ID, the list of courses you have to pass to complete your education, and then you have to decide how many and which courses you want to study per semester and when you take your exams. You can even choose the time of your lectures and your professors. This system has its advantages, such as, for example, the opportunity to combine your studies with private life, with your hobbies. On the other hand, it can be challenging to stay organized so that your study process doesn't take longer than expected. At the second category, at the applied universities, the schedule is more structured and the students spend a lot of time at the university. One of the benefits of such types of universities is the mandatory internship during the studies. Graduates of applied universities not only know the theory of the question, but they also know how to apply all the knowledge in practice. And it's really highly valued by local employers. The third category is private universities, where the education is generally similar across all countries.
Yeah, that is a really important factor to mention because a lot of people who are willing to study in Austria, they don't know about this system. And when they come to the country, they have a lot of questions why this happens that way. And to be prepared, that's the best thing how you can reduce the stress while you're preparing for admissions or either when you are already in the country and starting your studying process. Regarding it, I have another questions. How does the admissions process look like? Also, is it complicated? Does it consist of different stages that you need to complete before, for example, applying to visa? And then, what is it like?
Well, the admission process is simple and complicated at the same time. Well, first of all, you need to choose the university and the study program. And then you have to submit all your application online and on time. It's very important to prepare all the necessary documents correctly and to translate them. And of course, we're here to help you with it. Once you receive an acceptance letter from the university, you will need to find an accommodation. By the way, Austrian universities, except for some private ones, do not provide accommodations for students. Finding an apartment is the student's responsibility. The third important step is to prepare all the documents for the student residence permit application at the Austrian embassy. The processing of documents can take up to 3 months. After that, you need to apply for the visa to come to Austria and to get your residence permit card and to complete your registration process at the university. The visa you can get approximately in 2 weeks. That is these are the main steps you have to take in order to get your residence permit.
Yeah, and important to mention as it is, it's not easy as well as not that difficult, but with a professor, with a mentor, with an advisor who can help you inside the country, that is much easier. And also, it is important to mention that earlier you start this journey, more time for admissions and preparing for it you have, because every stage takes time and you need to be prepared in the right timing. So you need to manage your timing while you're preparing correctly, which is also a really common thing when students come to us like 3 months before the admissions and they want to do everything in 1 month. So this is the time where you need to do that all at once. So to reduce that, usually students come to us a year in advance. This is the best time to start to prepare all necessary documents, as well as to find the suitable program and university, because there are a lot of them. And regarding the accommodation, which is also a really common question for our students who are coming to us, do we help with that? And are there any types of them? And also, what is the average cost of this accommodation in Austria for students?
Well, sure, we can help you to find an accommodation. Austria has a large number of student places with actually very comfortable living conditions. Prices start at around 300 euros for a room with a shared kitchen on the floor, and can go up to 1,000 euros or even more. We can also find an apartment for you. However, the process of signing a rental contract is much complicated and requires more documents, such as, for example, proof of your income, etc. So it is really better to get some student accommodations. It will be not so difficult to get one, and it will cost you a little bit fewer.
Yeah, and regarding that also, I want to mention that when you are trying to find that. It is also really convenient when you have a person such as Jana in the country who can help you with that. And also if there is a need, for example, to see the place or to understand the area where the accommodation is located, how, like, is it close to your future university and how convenient is it. It is also possible to know exactly from the person who lives in the country, which is a great advantage. And regarding the documents and living in the country, what is the process of getting a visa looks like, and as well as what documents do a student needs to apply for the residence permit, which is also really important while you're studying at the universities. You need to have a resident permit or a visa for 3 or 4 years while you're in the country. So can you tell us a little bit more about that process?
Sure. In order to obtain a student residence permit, you need to provide a really long list of documents. The main question that always arises concerns the account balance, because you should have enough funds to cover the entire duration of your residence permit of 12 months. The exact amount of funds needs to be calculated individually, because the sum depends on the various factors such as your age and the costs of living. The minimum amount is approximately 8,000 euros per 12 months, but I wouldn't focus on this amount. It would be better you come for a consultation so we can calculate everything exactly. Other documents, for example, the rental contract and the decision of the university, and other documents as well. It's really important that we discuss this question individually. So you're really welcome to visit our consultation.
Yeah, and also every student is different, every background is different, and there are some criteria that you need to understand before applying to Austria. That is why at first we discover what you come to us with. We discuss that, and then if you need some clear vision of your opportunities to study in Austria, we can also make a paid consultation with Jana. So you will understand fully your chances, as well as you will understand what it is looking like for you in your individual perspective. And then decide if you're okay with that. Then you just continue preparation, and you go on till the end, till you are in the country. And it is also a really common question when the students are coming to us and they're thinking about studying anywhere in Europe, in Austria as well. They always have a question: in which language should I study in? Are there any programs? Are there any differences? And regarding the Austria, other, for example, the local universities who can also provide the courses in English language, or it is only German, or it can combine these two languages. So let's talk about this.
Yeah, in Austria, you can study in English or in German. There are many master programs available in English and much fewer bachelor programs in English, which are mostly concentrated in the field of economics. I personally recommend studying in German. Firstly, admission to some universities is possible with the language level of A2, which is the beginner level, and it's not difficult to achieve this level, and it doesn't take much time. You can combine it with your studies at school or working. Well, it doesn't really take much time, just believe me. And you can be enrolled as a student for the preparatory course, where you can learn the language to reach the required level before starting the main program. Secondly, speaking the language of the country significantly expands your opportunities for finding the employment and even building some personal connections. because many people talk English, but not everyone talks English in Austria. That is why it would be really better you take a little bit time to learn German.
And does it only requires, I mean, the amount of the programs that are taught in German in Austria? Are there any opportunities to study, for example, only in English programs in private universities? Is there the difference between the federal universities as well as private?
Well, there are much more programs in English in private universities, but as I told, mostly these programs are going in fields of economics. So if you want to study architecture, for example, you should speak German. So it depends on the program. It depends on the university. Private universities offer much more bachelor and master programs in English. But in order not to be, not to have any boundaries, in order to have more opportunities, you should definitely learn German.
Thank you for sharing that information. Yeah, I'm 100% sure that while you're thinking about studying in any country in the world, you also, especially in Europe, while you have a lot of national languages, you need to know them as well to have more and to have broaden experience and international experience in another country, to understand local people, to make new friends, and etc. And regarding what we discussed earlier, like choosing the universities which we help with and choosing the programs in them, it is also really common to understand the range between the prices at the universities. What are the costs of the studies at local universities, at private universities, how that differs?
Well, the tuition fee at the Austrian public universities is only 750 euros per semester. This is really cool. And private universities have other tuition fees up to 20,000 euros. If you would like to choose the program and the university, you should just contact us so that we can discuss the best option for you.
Yeah, in terms of the prices, in terms of the programs, it differs a lot. And as I mentioned earlier, the earlier you start, more time you have maybe to change your mind, because it also happens a lot. While you're, even if it's general, for example, let's say IT sphere, if it's a general thing, then in each university there are different programs which can be related to a specific field of IT, which can be more interesting for you. And you just can discover that with us, and you will understand that you want to go in this route, which is also really important because it does not only makes your studies interesting for you, as well as it makes your future profession and future life in that country or whatever country you will come after that. And like when we're coming to any other country, it's also really interesting to know and to understand the culture and the people in the country. So you started with the Austria at the beginning as the country, and let's talk a little bit more about people in it. What do they usually look like, and how does it feel near you to live with them and to be every day surrounded by such people?
Well, Austrians, they're very punctual. They love the system. They never rush. They enjoy a calm and measured lifestyle. For example, most stores are closed on Sundays because it is considered a day of rest. By the way, Austrians very polite. And from my personal experience, I can say that it's not very difficult to find a common language with them. So these are actually the main features I would like to mention concerning Austrians. But all in all, people are different. It doesn't even depend on the nation. It's just the personal thing, you can find friends in each country, and Austria is not an exception.
Yeah, and as well as Austria is really it is a part of European Union. You also have a lot of experience not meeting only Austrians but as well as all Europeans and travel to another country, which is a really good experience. And with studying there, you don't forget that you live in the country, so probably you will have a lot of diversified experience in different countries, not only in Austria, as well as students come from different parts of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Many different students from many other countries, and as mentioned, they speak English as well, so you don't have to be nervous that you won't find the common language with them. You will definitely have the option to build a very comfortable and pleasant life here.
Yes, and for many parents who are sending their kids to another country for actually looking for safety at first, for the level of life in the country, and for opportunities after you finish the university. Austria is one of the countries that are really good in all these aspects, and really good preparation for that makes your future the best place that you want to be in. So that's why we always are here to help. So I will tell a little bit more about how we cooperate when we receive our students who are willing to study in Austria. At first, we have the consultation to understand what you're looking for. Do you understand? Did you ever start anything regarding the Austrian? Do you find some information on etc.? And then when we understand what you're looking for, we either can connect to Jana and have a paid consultation for counting everything, for also knowing your opportunities into getting the universities. Or when we understand that both of you and we understand that you have the full chances of into getting in it, we can start the process of preparation, which combines a lot of factors. And the important thing, either for students or for parents who are watching us today, the thing that our mentor Jana is inside the country is a big plus, because any question that you have, any help that you need, any document that you need inside the country, she is able to get, she is able to explain, she's able even to show you, to film a video for you, a short one. It also a lot, it happens a lot of time because you're always curious about some factors in another country, and we provide every service from A to Z. That's why you cover all necessary steps and you're sure that you are in the university of your dream. And regarding the Austria and all the studying process, it is not easy when you're taking it only by yourself. When you're with the help of our mentors, when you're in the hands of the specialists who are doing that for years, you reduce the stress and you have the clear vision, which is also essential because you can pay attention to more essential things that you have time to do while you're preparing. And Jana, maybe you have something to add?
Well, I guess we have already discussed many points, and I hope you found some useful information for you, and made some things clear. And I would be really glad to help you if you make the decision to go to study to Austria. I don't only do my work, I also love my work. So
Yeah.
if you need help, I would be really happy to help you.
Yeah, sure. That is the best thing how we can do that, because the level of our customer satisfaction is the best thing that we can reach. So the goal for us is you at the university that you entered it, which is the thing that you're also looking for. So then I think we covered the general information, the most important information, and the thing that we can do further for you is just to dive deeper into your profile and to dive deeper into the details that you have. So please contact us whatever time you want, and also via WhatsApp or our email, and then we will be able to help you. So then for today, thank you, Yana, for attending this webinar, for telling us all this information, and for sharing your personal experience as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. I was really glad to be a part of this event.
Sure. So everyone have a great day, and we will be happy to help you anytime you connect to us. So have a great afternoon, everyone.
Have a great day. Bye.